Dwumadie na oguso awohwe fa adu ya tentampanifo agedwa enakoye ya wede na wotwi seba hodo akoso no tofabo ene de ema omisani faso Yewura Jonathan Adams ono ena eye penisa mufo penyi de man eye da obodwuma ye friend 24news.news mfifi Yewura sa eye nimako ono so eye government expert afi Yewura ya asanita no ese political analyst enumei ene numu edwa bejafo mama kwaba
Sami
chapo mi ede
se bibia bokode
erade ase Mama Amanyosem Mfifi Yewura asani tano hono. National Cathedral still that so ewo news no mu. Afraid the finance minister Amiati has said yes, government is spending money to build a national cathedral. Now the Christian Council Society and I said the secretary of Christian Council proposes say use the Heritage Fund to construct a national cathedral. Do you agree as a Christian, as a Ghanaian?
I don't agree. I went for a coins na menchia afefo nyina. Na same na menchia menu amam no machia. Chia djuma ko farbai. Na mo amoye djuma ha so, djuma so amoye enchiam. I don't agree on many grounds. And I think said media no, you are not doing as good. You have been brainwashed into continuously saying that there's something called national cathedral. There's nothing nationalistic about the cathedral. The cathedral has not been a promise of the state or a party that was coming into power. And for that matter, tagging it as national does not make sense to me. It is a personal promise between the sitting president and his God, whichever God. So you cannot load that cathedral and its financing and construction on the people of this country. And first time hearing say, as of was it, Heritage Fund.
Christian Council.
Christian Council.
Yeah.
Do they know how the Heritage Fund operates? What is the meaning of the Heritage Fund? Do they know how much is in the Heritage Fund? What the Heritage? The woman you know what? I also want to find the
You mean the Heritage Fund already are empty no?
Sinking Fund, Heritage Fund, a GIF, all the buffer, a financial pillars that the previous administration created. Some of them are Kosia. And for no confess can in free normal family cathedral. The cathedral is the president's own promise to God. And we might let him take the cross by himself. He should carry his own cross and should not burden the Ghanaian taxpayer of anything. And I heard another funny preposition by some of the clergymen saying, oh, yema sorry ninsi edi anka meje asori ko me na me nko to collection afa kosi cathedral ana me na member asori na betwa levy say yenjiji sky to na yemfa kosi cathedral anya bia me promise obi cathedral. As we speak here in this country we have about 44 to 46 cathedrals in this country. They currently have their own, the Presby, Methodist, whatever, they have their cathedrals in this country. Aside that, the assumption that we are going to make monies from the cathedral and it will pay by itself. No? Meanwhile, as a tourist center, when did the motive of the cathedral change to a tourist venture? And Rechi, President Noko inaugurate or whatever it is, your friend is saying, Ghana Museums and Monuments Board.
Yeah.
Na omokoye, you know, watch what is happening. Almost say Nkrofo mbeko hono, museum hono. Na sa museum kra e de say bensem. Nkrofo mbeko hono here. Low they've said Ghana Museums and Monuments Board. Entrance fees. Lower and upper primary 2 cedis. JHS students 3 cedis. SHS students 3 cedis. Tertiary student volunteers with ID card 4 cedis. Now Ghana adult 10 cedis. Non-Ghanaian lower and upper primary 6 cedis. Non-Ghanaian JHS, SHS with ID 8 cedis. Non-Ghanaian tertiary students volunteers with ID 40 cedis. Non-Ghanaian adults 50 Ghana cedis. Filming charges. Ebi akoye film or Ghanaian 10 cedis. Video, say be a video camera 230 Ghana. Now Omwa say be pictures, still pictures also 460. So person we moving so to try 1400 and 95 na Ghanaians se wo pese wo de ho ni nyina ye movie no no 1000 Ghana cedis na non Ghanaians 10,000 nti sa esika popotwa we 2 cedis no na ye de ba recoup to pay the cathedral. It cost $350 million. No? Is that what we mean? Now, yeah, we all know because of the Christian indoctrination. Ama acquired the cathedral. What can one say? And just say Christian, and I say you are blaspheming. For what it is now, if say high. Now your map papa where you see the taxpayers' money. I say you cathedral. Yanko ponkra bu fusha beba eso. This cathedral is not a faith-based cathedral. It is not. For all the lies and the deception, everything about the cathedral makes it nonsense as we speak. And people who are advocating for it, look, I would not be surprised that it is in that cathedral that one day, Bema no Bema Ebekwakowari, or Bano or Babekwakowari. The cathedral is not registered in Ghana. It's incorporated in the United States. Right? If the cathedral is incorporated in the United States, why do you take my money to go and build so-called a cathedral? Why do you burden the taxpayers' money? Taxpayer. You first told us that it was a promise between you and God. And when we quizzed, you told us that we should forget about it, and for that matter, the taxpayers' monies we're not going to use it. I didn't hear the day. You rather than only also by Abonte Beka. So what's it? You cropo ye casado. Na die enye yesika ne de ba besi eyen sorry na ba besi na sorry one ko manya Ghana fo sorry na ba besi nti yenja kasa no na eja kasa ne kakra yen kwoti o se me ko dwiri ajaje fo asase agu. That was the first taxpayers money that was used. We dwiri gu yiye no esika ye de ko high ba bi foforo na se ye de ko see dan foforo ma judges no eye ho esika enye the taxpayer. Most of them sorry safe fan outside mo ko ye mo buy no mo anka nkire say mobile no kropo bia munya senti eska yekoyi fi parliament so so na de yekoyi fi consolidated fund so ye de kan de yekoje ye no mo ambu ankonta na musa de short code bi buy say omo mbetumi contribute no mo contribute and maybe mo contribute. Have you accounted to the microphone or mo contribute here no? You have not. And then before you realize, you go behind the scenes, steal money from the consolidated fund and then put it in the cathedral, which happens to be your own promise to God, right? In Tisame, the wula balu about the cathedral, no see any diakosia. Ghanaians must speak up. We must stand up against this chronic lies and deception by this administration, led by another Danko Kufuado and Ken Ofori-Atta, to, as it were, hoodwink Ghanaians into believing that there's something called national cathedral. There's no nationalistic about it, nothing nationalistic about it, Sammy. Mama yen sorry waka, and the media will do as good if they make sure that they will delve into it. Yeah? It is alleged, say, you're Otabo. Why?
It's not alleged, it's confirmed.
Confirmed that he's resigned from the board.
From the
I entreat the rest of them to resign and block. Because look, the cathedral, the fundamentals, the foundation, everything is hinged on lies and deception. Cathedrals are whole Ghana hano. Yebisi say tourist attractions and no crop a bit more higher their stones. Titanibian best over 100 years. A being 125 years. Who call voter rate in the other. Who call a friend saying, even say you also me western of Ebi across the country. Now, so what tourist attraction? Why don't you ensure, say, forts and castles now you member the whole of Africa, the whole world? Ghana need the only place are forts and castles. You did tons slaves are the beer or more colonizing or more try it is built, fortified. The whole world. We are number one. Why don't you ensure, say, the roads leading to those areas? What do you attract tourists? No more. Do you think the Bible museum is whatever it is that they want to put in the cathedral, so called? No. The Bible was not made in Ghana. Baby. Into what you think, say, cathedral, they have it somewhere. You almost say, how much are they realizing from that particular you could almost say a Cote d'Ivoire Basilica. Basilica Google day by day. Every day Google and see say Crawford 10 Crawford Stanley also it is It is not fetching any money. Now Bible no so no time when Jesus buy obe hu say eyi nyame na fie no ye de aye eyi adwade bia no gwa omo.
Okay.
Wo be see cathedral na wo motive ne say wo de bagiska. You think that is how it works? Nyankopon hia wo sika. And come to think of it, Times papers on Monday. Now, you reckon if no more church room, ya publish it, say it is going to boost the spiritual. My friend, you people are stealing from us, and you are talking about spirituality, right? What spirituality can you people, you can Oforiata in your group, give to the Ghanaian population when we have our church buildings already that we go to worship? Is it that cathedral that will turn the fortunes of Ghana around? And the impudence of it, he told us that this cathedral, when it is built, it will let God's glory come onto Ghana so that our economic fundamentals will change. What a shame. Yaba Wajuma went to me and yet, leadership, instead of having a vision, you came to manage the system. Konfanku, your friend say, Papa, the late Bairedu. Look at how he worked. Osaf Mafu, when he was finance minister, look at how he worked.
Okay.
But even those people, especially Osaf Mafu, he was fired for some reasons best known to he fired him. What is the reason?
Okay. Good evening, Sammy. NPP should forget about breaking the 8, even if they feel the economy. Divine, Eddie Frimadina, no day about. Say good evening, Mr. Sam. You're so cute today, but they used to say NDC are babies with sharp teeth, but now MPP are now old men with chainsaw teeth. We see cathedral built on lies, deceit, untrue. These MPP people are just mocking God, and very soon God's anger will visit them one day. Shameless government. Misty Edifree, Santa Maria. I will say, my name is Sunny Abacha from Kumasi, Kenya. Say Abiremo. See, this MPP government is a failure. If we give them 100 years, they cannot fix this country. Joe.
Oh, Sammy.
National Cathedral. Should we commit your heritage fund to building of National Cathedral?
Sammy, Mami Chiao. Minuano ma media wa be shawa ha na benchia ahwefo nso those who are spending this time on the program we cover later and so be spending the time to watch just say Nepano is very dedicated,
and also Odogana kwa da we jumedi
for God and country enti
this is the original.
But I mean so share National Cathedral. We share conversation na ekoso no. For me no na obo say there are two main issues. Baako say one school of thought is questioning the essence of building National Cathedral. The other one also is asking is asking for accountability.
Funding.
Exactly. I mean, the monies we are committing, no, asking for accountability. I think, so for me, from where I sit, what I side with those who are asking for accountability now, because social secure Sisia akum to build the National Cathedral no. About 20 million Ghana cedis. 200 million Ghana cedis. Na sasika no free baby and we have been told to know say a sika a free abai, and for that matter, no, that's a taxpayer's money. It's your money, it's my money. And for that reason, no, say if you are putting such monies into building National Cathedral, and I say the BBA, and here pass who say indeed, people who are giving that money would account for that. That's the first thing. The second thing has to the judicious use of the money. Just say, is it necessary to use this money Well, as much as I side with people who calls for accountability and now say probe into the money, no, I also disagree with people who more want to downplay the essence of this National Cathedral. Last week I was here with you. My cultural plane say, for me, from where I sit, National Cathedral is a place, is a thing that I go for. Look, in 1995, the former President Rawlings demolished mosques in place of Rawlings Park. Market. In place of that, he dedicated a state land, about 40 acres, to the Muslims somewhere in 1995 to build what we have, the 15,000 capacity of national mosques today. That mosque started around 2012. When it started, it was halted for lack of funds for about 10 years. Then, Turkish Hyundai Foundation, supported by Turkish government, mobilized as much as $10 million to build the 15,000 capacity of what we have today for the Muslims. If for nothing at all, since we know, Muslims, anytime they have a national occasion, national celebration, anniversary, Independence Square is where they celebrate. The last time I remember they have a national celebration of their festival, it was held beautifully at that edifice. In actual fact, that edifice is one of the second largest. It's the second largest in West Africa. Yes. A second largest in West Africa, and now I can say, and senye bibi kra is served some purpose for today. Muslims, I don't want to sound this way, but Muslims, the 2010 population census are the second largest religious body. Mm-hmm. Christians are 71%, have 71% population.
So Ghana is a secular country.
Still, Ghana is a secular country. There may be some say ene ushwe contributions of Christians are. Enya idea obeka say it should be downplayed. Maybe some who say
contribution as in what?
Contribution in terms of even the numerical strength. Say who a figure of if we are 38 million, 30.8 million people, and you are having about 71% of that being Christians, then you can tell me their contribution to the national economy. You can tell me also, the last time when I was here, I told you, say you can also tell me how much Christians have contributed in terms of education, in terms of healthcare in this country. I know the other time you raised the issues about, say, yeah,
we are paying for
it. But of course, if they didn't commit funds to build those facilities, today, I don't think, say, some people in this country can benefit, even though you are paying for it, right? But most of them are even subsidized, including yourself, I don't know. But including yourself, I believe, say, Wokra, Uko school is built by a Catholic or charismatic churches.
Methodist school, Methodist GSS.
Fantastic. And your secondary schools were Methodist, right?
No.
I went to Catholic school.
But Methodist school, I paid fees.
That is it. So, Oshia, Obon say, Christians have contributed largely and they continue to contribute. So for me, as much as I go for the probe and as I go for accountability of the money, I think, see, when you are building National Cathedral, it is not out of place. Look, I know people have raised the issues about, not around this time. This time around when people have not been built, people have not been paid. Workers have not been paid. People are suffering. Of course, Sammy, and that's what Hannah will say. Ghana is not suffering. Ghana is not going through difficulties. So
should we commit Heritage Fund to the building of Cathedral?
Sammy, me babe answer. Say net say it Hannah you can say Ghana is not facing difficulties. Ayeboa, Obia facing difficult. Yes, yesterday, today. Petrol prices have gone up again. And we are expecting, a better cobstrobium. And these things, when this commodity goes up, price goes up, what we expect, and say, other commodities also, a better costro. So, Udi Abesi Hene, a becosro. A Drania Udi anope, ne Yene Numri, and in Abecosro. So we are facing difficulties. But, Sammy, the hypocrisy of certain people is what is worrying me about this cathedral thing. Look.
2 more minutes.
In 2014, between 2014, that was a time Sobekaya, Ghanaians faced one of the difficult times in their lives. That was a time we were having doomsong. Companies and small companies were collapsing. Barbering shop, salons and all that were collapsing. But you remember, the government of the day and the party of that time, around that time, and find about 20 million Ghana cedis, $20 million to build its headquarters. At just not far from here, Adabraka.
Was NDC headquarters built from state fund?
Oh, please. I'm telling you, when people are raising issues, look, when that office was built, was it not in 2014?
Yes, but was it built from state fund?
Fantastic. Can you tell me and say that time? Can you tell me and say that time NDC was operating a company that could build? Meba, why was us at that time when we raised the issues about building 20 million edifice for NDC around that time when Ghanaians were facing difficulty? Why was it denied? It is not their building.
Who denied it?
Oh, but a lot of people denied. Google, you see. Most of the NDC officials denied until Mr. Yabuati Jan.
The question is whether they denied or not. Was NDC headquarters funded by state fund?
But if it was not funded by state fund, why were they denying as at that time? When they knew that Ghanaians were facing difficulty. Listen, what I'm trying to establish is this. Then they were in government. And what I was trying to say is that if we are talking about misplacement of priority, right? Why would they consider that as a priority?
But you see, I want us to establish something. You see, NDC is a political party, a political entity. And NDC, as we know, is not funded by state money, unless you prove with evidence that indeed NDC is being funded by state money. So if NDC gets money at the time Ghana for Doomso, that's also the basic headquarters are. In this case, NDC, whether Doomso will be fixed or not, is not the responsibility of NDC as a political party to fix it. And how do we link that one to say NDC build their party office? Unless because okay, the state money was used to fund NDC headquarters.
Sammy, that is what I'm asking you, saying. As at then, why was NDC even denying,
So just the mere fact that they denied.
No, the fact is this. The fact is this. We should understand that as at then, NDC was in government, right? And you know the realities on the ground today. Say, the fact that MPP is in government today, if MPP is doing any other thing, there's an abuse of incumbency that we all see.
Okay. Address
then you understand where I'm
led
going.
by
because
MPP,
you can't tell me say we only 2
Deputy
minutes.
Minister, Deputy Minister, but you should set the record straight. Almost see a very nice party office. I will address so. Under a MPP. Can we say it's also funded by the party since they are in power, though we don't have any records proving say indeed the party was funded?
Sammy, I'm telling you, say, between myself and you, let's call a spade a spade. When government is in power, that is a time that the party finds money to do a lot of things.
Because most of them have positions.
Maybe, when MDC was in opposition, they couldn't even pay their headquarters at Adabraka, Kokomlemle here, right? And they were facing injection. They came to power for like 2 years and less, and they were able to build a 20 million edifice for their headquarters.
So it's funded by state money. So it was funded by state money.
That is what I'm telling you, saying. Between myself and you, we know what political parties do, right? And you can say, and
it's not about what you know or I know or we know. It's about what is the fact. Can we establish, say, indeed, that party headquarters was funded by state
but can you also tell me, say, when NDC was in opposition and couldn't, less than 2 years, less than 2 years, they couldn't even pay their rent.
Okay. Okay, let's settle this. This. You are still not going, because we have to speak with facts. When MPP was in opposition, they borrowed money from a year Prudential, but they couldn't pay. They were chasing them. So I'm over for more party office. When MPP came to power, less than 1 year, they settled that debt. But there's no record that shows say indeed NDC refund or pay HSS cano from state coffers unless say we prove with evidence. And I want to find out from you, 30 seconds. Can you establish, say, indeed, NDC party headquarters was funded by state?
And that is what I'm telling you, say, Sammy. In 2000, in 2014, when less than 2 years, when NDC was in opposition, they couldn't even pay their rent.
You said that.
You asked me a question, and so let me explain that, please. They couldn't even pay their rent, right? They came to power. 2 years later, they were able to build $20 million edifice for their office. What I'm establishing is that, where did they get the money from?
So it's a proof.
Where did they get the money from? All of a sudden, where did they get the money from? And this is what political parties do. And that's why I'm telling you that a spade must be called a spade. The fact is that when you are talking about misplacement of priority, I'm telling you, as at the time the ruling NDC then was building the office, that office, Ghanaians were going through difficulties.
I think that we will drag this in.
We will not drag it. It's a fact.
Let me move
that
on.
we were also facing difficulties.
Not establish any fact say indeed that party.
Well, that is what you say.
You have not
no, that is what I'm saying. But then you know, we shouldn't hide from these things.
We cannot prove. You see, perception. When
it's not perception,
was in opposition,
or
level.
Can you tell me where they got the money from then?
It's not my business.
NDC is not operating any multinational company.
When you allege
multinational company from which they can use the proceeds to do $20 million.
So can we say don't? So can we say can Ofuriata?
They don't.
Can Ofuriata MPPs Busia Mokojo Prudential Bank Romoba Power Metriana you use state money in the DTI? Can you say that?
Well, you are saying something, so you can answer.
It's not about me saying that.
No,
you are not aware. You are not aware.
Listen, I cannot answer this. What I can answer is what you are asking me or what I'm speaking to.
All right. Nimako, sorry, say time in Nako.
What do you time? My dream was a just here. Edikan, Michia, a chief for a near form of shame, and a year recruitment for second defense. I'm on your time, I'm more shame by this time. Yamishu Bibia said, Oti no cranny, Amanyosem has a honey station, Utia, Benyamin, Pepena. When you were informed, we say. Well, me edikaino. Yadana kufa dia amampani ya Tama oko ranso MPP mu so omuntu abama na presidential candidate no. O promise so be see ekote so. Ana woni.
O promise so be see ekote.
MPP ekote yes.
Okay.
Promise so be see from my party. Tike kan say dia nko ni nipa ane na aban bi nyeska pa wo Ghana ha. Because ye hwe bibia na ye bosia na ye sikasem woni bibia akwaku di sisi a. Mu se mu wa pa na me wa. About 140 something billion, I say almost 400 billion.
And I Cathedral now can.
Me can't mind Sikasema.
I can 40 over 400.
And I could for the Ninyanum and then number for scarf from some Abanwim. Niska Katua. Tika can't come with carbon some bomb to me see a quarter some party. Can I go for should have built a party? I got us for MPP. Call promise here. O promise be so Bobby see a quarters. Individual say easy, sir. So I just say easy, sir. My ba master was what. Mr. Ghana for ni Bibia say na ye mompa ma ye nya ba adwo asafo na asem no mama ye hwe no watra sa na ye si ye hu bi penti na abo ase wagye ne ba no waide
oyi na no ato nche
ne pos na no wa hwe no akoko wo ne ba nani hu bi da so agya se ne mom no ye nya ba adwo asafo no nyoma okom no especially but mo journalist no say mo to na mo fani out say is she seeking asylum for United States and I say no money at his anity.
Okay.
So I just
bring another twist.
Is she seeking an asylum for United States? And I said the artist said by arena because some person knew maybe which may be so a check and huntina or Cassan Semnana. A BSC though. But Kaya JB Danko, I know where.
No, it's sitting MP.
No, it's sitting MP, but then I too. And then I said, Makuzi say,
stay in court.
On and off and on the war. Into then I just have with him a then a na then e kwaso ntia e na adwasafu fi say okotran United States or a more safe as Silverton in Ghana as a sitting MP e don't know him then we hu
but on can say or a more safer there the response of that batch say ohwe ne ba
we ka say obi wo ho nyu bia no betimi aka say fi say we dey denigrating the party in government you say fantimi fe say actual owa in hu tintin are you getting it at this time they won't even cast them no. It's a mom one channel, and there's someone the Mbuka be died at that born hobby. Because you will chrome has sitting MP. Yakunu Yano, Uti and Comodia Cosuni, or no any young MP Bima at the whole plane.
It's not only him, 20, was it 2020, 2016 or so?
Marcasim did not my
Marcasim Diano.
Yes,
also made it.
Yes.
Honestly, there who be see.
Very well. Watch us here. And you know, the question is then I just have with him, then I won't who. And Tina, even as we speak in Pono, as a minister of state, you typical Jenny minister and crying then infinite. Then I cost with it. Then I'm if you say Bia, Yakwajikanwa, then he be see a clan of a kind sim be obeyed, then when him then I won't. It does a message say, Mamma Ghana for young fun as as simple. They be a parliament. It's a parliament as soon as after no. I'm person in the fa.
Religious committee.
Yes, I shared quite the first one. So being the Jews on many day you. It's no. In your mom pay mano. Now you coupon on one who buy. Cause Nippon Quadi here chin. Be biao as I see you so. Soon we are on the wedding. Winya. Winya member Cathedral say me so. Cathedral anniversary. Ye bibia me am try say. Mi jitum papa mi agane ni a asa ye nyame sum ni a wo ho mini ni pampa nka mi woska sisi anka Cathedral mu si kam ni bisika nyaba kwa gugu so ayeden e de si e de ahye yakopon ejuma pa emu so ati ase ni mum no kwa wo man se Ghana fo nyina ye ti ase de se eye ye man peni na adodan kwa Akufo-Addo mama on tries of participate be a friend indulgence in the olden days, the medieval ages, you know, Bibia near says, oh, yeah, adoye bia, oko heaven straight, or born in the other, yeah, the chow. And yet, Cathedral, when you see, never man you may be or ha, omo ya, a bear say, who see the man Yakopon, we are nice, or Bibia, why you change Yakopono. I shake when I be sir, and no, we are so that down. Now, I must say, Minianum, a Christopher said, me, I fully support a cathedral. Whether national, regional, or district cathedral, I support papa. Be a bit me assume Yakopon ye. Yes, soon me papa, I support papa. Ebio Danger ama Cathedral we say no akọ into this controversy no ejanema mi so the spiritual aspect dealing with the Christian faith, not Christian faith as a church, but the faith in Christianity. And a second one here, who name dia, and no, acquires a new maybe we moon da ho ye. Now me fa the sunsumu diana ye the Yakopon ashayen as Christians say and ye any new one Yakopon shofi in one China. Sir, I didn't know Musi was saying say Christian for anya very careful. Ebi mu do ma dwen be di agro. Ebi mu betwe mu nyina ba be di eche say ye nyame adwuma. Ebi mu betwe wo ye nya pampam som, ye nya mo adwuma fan ye. But ebe wie eche no na akoya be bia say anya careful a ebaba be destroy even the moral fabric of Christian faith in this country. Minwe ka so bobo bi so. Say utie oma ye proponent of this project now. Omo say mo kana say wo de wadun tu fom ye pa. Anya careful a you be see sir ade we awie no menua Christians will never get control over it. One, you see a national asset Ghana is a secular state
Sure.
Since is it going to go into the hands of the Orthodox, charismatic or Pentecostal? Who may be in charge of that edifice? Who's going to be in control? A proponent, a major proponent now your finance minister no. Or no see a project no a bit me
generating income.
A common first generating income. Jesus Christ a year soon, no nti yes so they expanded nasem no. Okoto se bi mu didwa so them. Then is here. It is in the Bible. For the first time that is Jesus Christ atwin fian eden. Eda bonipa egwanipa ebutubutu nioma because no mo ye dem mu didwa. It is a jodi amba. How do you get the money? Secondly, if care is not taken, whereby any source of funding, no, you be na kwa as a secular state, no, a member between some year Ghana for some more coins so much here than a coin wedding. Then Quebec Ghana is a secular state.
The idea to move some bit already.
So what you say? You're careful. And you may be true Christians. And I make Christians are Momona nim Yankopon Nyamesem no mu fi se bia obi se bi obi onye Muslim obi onye traditional you automatically Christian. That is not it. You're Christians ho. Christian ni obi a wadi Yankopon atum wasaka na adwen o lead righteous and holy life or dedicating life bi ade Yankopon say obi di Yankopon ha dan say da e da jaka de Yankopon. Si anya careful. Ebe wie sa ade we no utie omo ye nanum nsem ni nsem omo kana ibe wie no na afi akwakofa ubohu se ye se ya asore nso no omo be gina so mo be ya asore no omo lifestyle no independent Christianity. Actually, if you are also not careful because utie proponent ni omo asem bi omo kan bi so a yes me time ma fani nya de
yes still when your time
yes in that in chamber no nyina no ebetumi kwa host other national activities. That not the case. That's what you know.
Sure.
Sure. Other national activities be there.
Musical concerts.
Musical concerts. Branch you be Ghana here. Obe in Bema to see Ojunso na so mu say ne do makojo some kwesa because Ghana is a secular state. It no message me nuanom Christian fo. Mama obia former dwen den India gro say Nyankopon fie na yesi. Me support say be si asori dan asori
fie. Support say fa heritage finance.
Heritage finance be wan fa.
But se bi wo ma ye fancy.
Ebi wan heritage ebi wan fa.
But emphasis can be wo ma ye fancy.
And I'm say me support say say Ghana yesi Nyankopon fie na adwen etechire no anya nsema ye tete na bibia yoka. I'm somebody who fully support say you be si Nyankopon fie. Me support papa. Do you get it? But ebi onso no hunema fam no enam say djumedi e course me mu nda honom no project we no anya 1 year 2 year project. It will take 10 years and beyond.
Okay.
If a new man da hono ma aban foforo beba no afobon so nsu ntimi yedan ento aso nes kan so akoshem kana ye waste ya say asase na bibia da hono afi bia ntimi yedan entimi koso ye.
All right. Mr. Sanitano, 1 minute. You have wrap up.
Well, picking on Joseph, it will take only a presidency that has a very deep secret with Joseph to entertain the level at which we have gotten to with Adwoa. If not, it is not difficult for somebody who is not supposed to go beyond 15 days absent in Parliament to have stayed 6 months, 7 months, and still going, right? And there's something. She must protect her life. We know how this system works. And so what normally be some of the things you cannot put it on there, right? Until no MP will be so recalcitrant and stay there as he has been staying and there's something behind. And for that matter, they're better out. One of them who says, this particular administration, they are so vindictive and wicked.
Okay, Joe.
Sammy, the 1 minute, the mechanic say, look, this cathedral now, yeah, like I started, it's good. Say we call for a probe into how the monies are used, because it's a state money, it's a money that belongs to you and I. Of course, must be used judiciously, but must be used also for the benefit of ordinary Ghanaian. But yenjai sa nyatwena ye with it, the hypocrisy with it yenjai. And I enjoy that bastardization of it's not National Cathedral, it's this, it's going to be used for. In any case, maybe some say, like, if you're going to do any other thing like marrying gays in this auditorium, I mean, I can't imagine, because even that very act is not legal. So how can, in the first place, how can we build and then allow people to go in to perform such functions there? It's not possible. No. So that, for me, what I feel, they say, you bet to me, I say, okay, if there are questions, good questions about the building of the cathedral, of course, we can raise those questions. But say, you better bastardize it for the political expediency, for our own advantage, you know. I think, say, it's time we stop these things. Thank you.
Well, Sami, Nana Akufo-Addo, our the best opportunity to say with me, am I establishing a bit here gayism and lesbianism in this country? So you are aware. When him say, on and presidency time, and a bimu etimia sponsor this kind of bill as a bind utimi sunan can parliament go to me pass it somebody tentem. But him say, Sister Amanoka say acquire diary of parliament. I actually mamintri. Ama manodis for no consider a bind or tesono ni commitment. Because e bi mususu say e was kase bi wo krompa saa nkofo no e de eden e de bomb man we mu. Intama aban ni sire nya kukudo say obi jomani miti no enye hu say eventually saa de kan e betimi si Ghana ha say.
Okay.
Are you getting it? Enye hu kra.
All right.
It's simple.
Abusia Yako Papa Kwesi Abiam Dan. So I say, what is the MPP man is saying about NDC building? Does he know he has a point? Does he have a point? Does he know what members pay to fund it? This is a bigger platform and we don't deserve this misinformation. Abusia, I had a bit comedy you made in as a penny for Moto Moncaira, Jonathan, 24news.news, Samufo Penny, Yera, something, Nimakon, a government expert. Yera, your sanitary political analyst, the Munamas, one must send messages by the Timikan and Timakan, the Munamas, yes, Christa Manet in Comadada, the Docos Radio, Shazrakas and Coma Control Room and MC. Amidis Amon, the captain of the dress ship. Good night.